Hello, my name is Mark Baer. The name of the show is Muse. You're at the Museum of Monterey. If you've watched this show, you know that at halftime, one of the things I threaten if you donate to the museum is to come to your house and personally sing. That could be not the best thing in the world, but I have Julie Capili as my guest, and if she comes to your house and sings, that would be a great thing.
Thanks, Mark.
So we first met at the Butterfly, Saving the Pollinators.
That's right, Butterfly Barricade event.
The Butterfly Barricade event. And again, our pollinators are in big trouble. We're going to do our best as a community to speak up and make people aware of some of these issues.
Yes.
And one of the things that you did, again, one of the things that we've been doing here at the museum is putting artists and scientists together to help deal with an issue. And you are one of those artists. And we're going to start this show with your song about our butterflies, which I think is beautiful. And take it away. Now, our acoustics aren't perfect here. We haven't tried this, so let's see what we can do.
Thank you, Mark.
This is Butterfly Town.
Butterfly Town, a song I wrote while walking through Pacific Grove, being inspired by the Monarch Sanctuary and the work that Pacific Grove has put in to save that and to facilitate that. So here it goes. Oh, bring me back home to Butterfly Town. When the spring comes, it's even, and the flowers are all out. Where ne'er dare I say, have I seen a man frown on the beautiful shores of the Butterfly Town. Oh, bring me back home to the Butterfly Town. When the spring comes, it's Eden, and the flowers are all out. Where ne'er dare I say, have I seen a man frown on the beautiful shores of the Butterfly Town. They come every year to our sweet little town, and we welcome them in at our school, Robert Down. We march through the streets, singing songs of the days of our past and our present in the Butterfly Parade. Oh, bring me back home to the Butterfly Town. When the spring comes, it's Eden, and the flowers are all out. Where ne'er dare I say, have I seen a man frown on the beautiful shores of the Butterfly Town. Where ne'er dare I say, have I seen a man frown on the beautiful shores of the Butterfly Town.
So that was worth doing this whole show.
Thank you, Mark. It's a simple song, but everybody seemed to like it. And
here, let's put this down in a safe place.
Thank you.
Over here.
And
I'm going to hold the guitar.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you can feel like the rock.
Yeah, I'm a rock star now. So again, let's talk about music here. We live in a dynamic musical environment. You're one of on the forefront of that environment. We certainly want to, we have a 99-seat stage in our theater. You sure sounded good on that stage.
Thank you.
We want to do more of that.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
So how did you get your start? How did this all happen?
Oh, wow. I guess, you know, I always loved to sing, but I was very shy. And I was in choirs, I sang in church, and people always commented that they really liked my voice and encouraged me to do more. And then when I moved to Monterey, I really got into jazz. And so I started doing more of that. And there's such a plethora of really, really talented jazz musicians here. You know, maybe the history of the festival, or just, I mean, I think this area in general draws a lot of artists. So I was lucky enough to just start singing with some of these musicians, and it just went from there. I recorded my second album in February, so I've got 2 out. Well, my second one hasn't quite come out yet. It comes out in the end of August.
So Butterfly Town, you haven't recorded this yet.
I have not recorded it professionally, no. And but the group that I was with at the...
You mentioned who they are.
Yeah, the group, Dave Holodiloff and the other guys that I was with performing here is who I would like to record it with. And
they're sure fabulous.
yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
They can play anything, any style. And I've talked to the Pacific Grove Chamber of Commerce, and they want it as the town song. I mean, it's just kind of like a avalanche after someone heard it at the good old days, and they liked it, and word spread. And it's just really a simple song, but I think it connects a lot of things and a lot of people. And I think that is what really music does, and makes me very happy.
Music and musicians as one of the key voices of very difficult and serious issues. Mm-hmm. It's, again, this isn't a new tradition, this is an old tradition, but I love that, that you have involvement in issues, in activism, and seeing music come back to play a part in that. I mean, and you're very conscious about that.
Yes, thank you.
So again, let's talk influences. Because I know that you have influences from the 30s, from the 50s.
Yeah, all over. I think, you know, growing up I watched a lot of musicals and just emotionally connected with those songs, and so my influences, I mean, anywhere from Ella Fitzgerald, Dinah Washington, Billie Holiday, just to see and feel the emotion that came through in their voices and the music in that era. And but I also loved Motown, you know, Aretha Franklin, and they dealt with a lot of the issues of that time through music.
So how did you study, because your phrasing is wonderful, and I assume that this is something that you had to learn. I don't know how much is natural, but I don't know if anybody's just natural. Everybody has to learn phrasing.
Yeah, I think, you know, naturally you can come into the world and you have a voice, but in the beginning you're just mimicking. You know, you hear a song or you like a certain person's style and you sing that and you mimic them. And then as time goes on, you discover really more what you're drawn to, and you kind of grow into your own thing. And it's just kind of developed over the years. You know, starting out where I would hear songs that Ella sang, or Billie, or you know, Diane Shure, and I would sing those songs and make them part of my repertoire, things that I connected with, and I've just kind of grown into that. And you take a song and it has a certain meaning or palette and feel, and you try to honor that, and use whatever techniques you can to really create that music, that picture, that story, you know.
Now, I know, because there's a lot of musicians, but they don't all have a voice, a personal voice, a stamp. And you've worked very hard at that, to be distinct, to be unique, and to again, be a storyteller. In other words, you're a very interpretive. Mm-hmm. I heard you do the Joni Mitchell song, Pave Paradise, and again, you made it not an easy song to make your own.
Yeah.
You know, which you've done a very good job at, and recontemporizing older work. I've seen that as part of your repertoire.
Definitely. I think that's what I love to do, because there's so many great songs, and I don't want them lost. Yeah. You know, and there's so many. The message in those songs is so poignant for today, and so it's like you said, kind of reinventing so that message can be retold and people are retouched by that.
What's the difference between covering a song and reinventing a song, or is there a, you know, because you make it your own? Thank you.
I don't know if there's a difference. I mean, I guess you can do covers, and I think when people do covers, they are trying to, how can you not sing it in your way, because it's a totally different voice, person, environment. But you can tell when someone takes a song and they try to do it exactly like the original versus when someone takes it and they maybe change the key or the tempo or the feel to give it a new, like you said, reinventing it into something more current.
And now let's talk about writing. How long have you been writing?
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't even call myself a writer. You know, sometimes a song will come into my head, and when it does, I write it down. I would never compare myself to like the songwriters in Nashville that are disciplined and have crafted and, you know, really take time to do that. When I have a song, I've dreamed songs before, and I'll wake up and write it down. Yeah, it just comes to me in my head. I'll have a little melody and the words will come and I'll just be inspired. I wish I had the discipline to sit down every day and craft. Maybe I would come up with a lot more, but I'm working on it.
Before we run out of time, tell me about your trip to Scotland a little bit.
Oh, that was wonderful.
You've just returned.
I have, and I had a wonderful time. I love Scotland. It's like a fairy tale of the rolling green hills and castles and cathedrals. And I took the train from Scotland to London. I had a show in London, and that went.
How was that?
Very well, yeah. That was promoting the second album, and it was a packed house, and half the people were singing the songs with me.
Oh my God, what an experience
that
must have been!
It was really wonderful, and that is like really what I like to see when I'm singing, is like the audience connecting and feeling the songs, and it was fabulous. But you know, I love to travel, but I love to come home. I love Monterey. So I'm happy to be back and excited to get everything rolling again and working towards finishing my second album and having a CD release party. And
what can we do to help you here? Because we'd love to have a party for you here.
Oh, thank you.
I want to hear you more on our stage. I mean, why wouldn't I?
That would be great. I would love that. We'll have to talk more about it.
And more of, you know, again, we've had, as you know, we've brought a lot of poet laureates here. We've had Meredith Stricker here, who's, you know, a high artist. We've been doing more with words and more with music, and I feel that's an important thing for a museum to do, and we can do it. Why wouldn't we? Why would we cheat ourselves?
Exactly. I think it's a brilliant move and a very wonderful way to support the arts. And
where can people see you here?
I perform every Saturday at the Monterey Plaza in Cannery Row from 6 to 10. So I'm there every Saturday.
That's fabulous. And now the last important bit of business.
Yes, sir.
What's the website where they can find the album?
Oh, you're so good. I love you. I forget to mention all that.
No, don't forget that.
It's juliesingsjazz.com. And that has all my information about my gigs and my albums. And
they can get them at Amazon as well.
Yes, they can get them from CD Baby or Amazon.
The name of the albums
is Passing Fancies is one, and then the second one is called Around Midnight. And it is, they're also available on iTunes.
Okay. So. Julie Capili.
Thank you, Mark.
This has been Muse. This is the last episode of Muse for the season, and what a lovely way to end things.
Thank you.
This is Mark Baer, and we're signing off.